People live their lives bound by what they accept as correct and true. That's how they define reality. But what does it mean to be correct or true? Merely vague concepts. Their reality may all be a mirage. Can we consider them to simply be living in their own world, shaped by their beliefs? One's reality might be others' illusion. We all live inside our own fantasies. Thinking Madara is dead is merely an arbitrary assumption that you made. In exactly the same way you once assumed that I was your gentle older brother. People's lives don't end when they die. It ends when they lose faith. We are humans, not fish. We don't know what kind of people we truly are until the moment before our deaths. As death comes to embrace you, you will realize what you are. That's what death is, don't you think? Loneliness is this world's worst kind of pain. Time doesn't heal anything, it just teaches us how to live with pain. Teachings that do not speak of pain have no meaning, for humankind cannot gain anything in return. Pain must be the ultimate lesson, and it teaches one to understand what pain in life actually is. Because those who never understood someone else's pain will eventually end up knowing nothing.
If you want to know who you are, you have to look at your real self, and acknowledge what you see. Those who cannot acknowledge themselves will eventually fail. You don't become a Hokage in order to be acknowledged by the village. The one who is acknowledged by everyone is the one who becomes a Hokage. He who forgives and acknowledges himself. That is what it truly means to be strong. Even the strongest of opponents always has a weakness. You are weak. Why are you so weak? Because you lack hatred. Every jutsu has its weakness. This jutsu's weakness and risk is the existence of me. Forgive me, Sasuke. It ends with this. No, it means to forgive yourself for what you weren't able to do. Those who forgive themselves, and are able to accept their true nature, they are the strong ones. That's why I wanted to show you the truth, even if it's just a little. And no matter what you decide to do from here on out, you never have to forgive me. I will always love you. I always lied to you, telling you to forgive me. I used these hands to keep you at distance. I did not want you to get involved. But now, I think you could have changed father and mother. I won't put myself above you, and tell you this and that. It's too late. So this time, for once, let me tell you one small truth. It's alright if you never forgive me, but no matter what you become, I will always love you. Those who turn their hands against their comrades are sure to die a terrible death. Be prepared. No one who dares to raise their hand against a comrade ever dies a decent death, remember that. Never forget your friends. However strong you become, never seek to bear everything alone. If you do, failure is certain. Your comrades are there to make up for what you cannot do, and to prevent you from ignoring things that you actually might have been able to do. You once said, "It was everyone who cares about you who helped you get where you are now." If you forget others because you have power, and become arrogant and egotistical, you'll eventually become just like Madara. The people of the village who once abhorred you, have begun to admire you. They think of you as a comrade. It's because you fought hard for their acceptance. No matter how powerful you become, do not try to shoulder everything alone. If you lie to yourself, how can you have friends, or be trustworthy? In the end, all these lies will keep you from seeing your true self. True change cannot be made, if it is bound by laws and limitations, predictions and imagination. The people of this clan are all the same. You focus on the trivial, and lose sight of what's most important. Change is impossible, in this fog of ignorance. How can we evolve when regulation is all we know? So tell me, where should I go? To the left, where nothing is right. Or to the right, where nothing is left. You're such a child. You talk of nothing but pipe dreams. There are times when people must make painful choices. I think we start walking in the right direction, only after we start getting our counterparts beside us. Sorry Sasuke. There won't be the next time. Don't cry Sasuke. Your big brother is here to protect you, no matter what happens. Once more, just before I leave this world, I wish to hear him call me elder brother. We are unique siblings. I am the barrier you must overcome, so you and I will continue to exist together. There is no value in killing the likes of you. Foolish little brother, if you wish to kill me, then hate me, detest me, curse me, and survive in an unsightly way. Run, run, and cling to your pitiful life. If I had been open with you from the start, and looked you straight in the eyes, and told you the truth, then I wouldn't have had to stand before you, from above, as a failure, telling you all of this. I failed. You and I are flesh and blood. I'm always going to be there for you, even if it's only as an obstacle for you to overcome. You and I have to live together, even if you do hate me. That's what big brothers are for. I've had enough. There's no hope left for this worthless clan. You aren't even worth killing, foolish little brother. No matter what you decide to do now on, I will love you forever. That's okay. Just as long as we can be together sometimes. You Sasuke. You'll become my new light. Perhaps even the entire Uchiha. If I would have stood in front of you, and looked you in the eyes from the very beginning. Talk to you instead of down, and be open about everything. My capacity. I've lost all hope for this pathetic clan. The clan. The clan. All of you without measuring your own capacities. Had no idea of mine. And now, you lie here, defeated. It's foolish to fear what we have yet to see and know. Obsessed with organization, obsessed with the clan, obsessed with ourselves. A worthless compulsion that enslaves us, and limits our capabilities, leading us to fear what we don't understand. No single thing is perfect by itself. That's why we are born to attract other things to make up for what we lack. I actually don't think something like perfection exists. That is, I think, why we are born able to absorb things. And by comparing ourselves with something else, we can finally head in a good direction. Now, I feel that maybe knowing who I actually am is the key to reaching perfection, because that means knowing what I can and cannot do. Any technique is worthless before my eyes. Growth occurs when one goes beyond one's limits. Realizing that is also part of training. It is not wise to judge others based on your own preconceptions, and by their appearances. Knowledge and awareness are vague, and perhaps better called illusions. Everyone lives within their own subjective interpretation. Each of us live dependent, and bound by our individual knowledge, and our awareness. Self-sacrifice. A nameless shinobi who protects peace within its shadow. That is a true shinobi. No matter what darkness or contradictions lie within the village, I am still Itachi Uchiha of the Leaf. The village does have its dark side, and its inconsistencies, but I'm still Konoha's Itachi Uchiha. In this moment, I am euphoric. Not because of any phony shinobi's blessing, but because I'm enlightened by my intelligence. The mark of a true soldier is that it does not seek glory, it protects from the shadows. You don't have enough hatred. When the power of love overcomes the love for power, the world will know peace. This is what happens when you are skilled. Power causes you to become isolated and arrogant. Even if you don't want your youth to end, dreams must come to an end at some point. I never wanted to take out the Uchiha clan. But it was the only way to save my little brother. The words of a failure making excuses. Are you telling me to admit my limitations, and give up?